Hello everyone, welcome to the channel TutorBox. In today's class, we are going to discuss about WHO International Program for Drug Safety. So this is another lecture of pharmacovigilance section. Okay, so in this lecture, we are discussing about the drug safety program run by the WHO. WHO means World Health Organization. Okay, so first we'll discuss about the history of this program. Then we will discuss about the vision and goal of this program, and later on we will discuss the activities of this program. So आगे बढ़ने से पहले आप लोगों से गुजारिश करूंगा कि जिन लोगों ने भी अभी तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है वो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर लें. ओके, सो जस्ट लुक एट हियर what is the history of this program. Okay, so when there was a thalidomide tragedy in 1961, thalidomide tragedy was in 1961. After that, health agency of the every country is in very tension how to fight with the adverse drug reaction of the drugs. Okay, that's why, so at that time what happened, WHO, World Health Organization, started a program for the drug safety. Okay, so in 1968 it was established. Okay, it was established, and at that time there was a 10 country participated in this program. Okay, and in WHO there was an International Drug Monitoring Center, IDMC, was established in 1968 at Geneva headquarters, but it was shifted in 1978. It was shifted in 1978 to Uppsala Monitoring Center of Sweden. Okay, and the name given WHO Collaborating Center for International Drug Monitoring, and later on particularly Uppsala Monitoring Center of Sweden is becoming WHO Collaborating Center for International Drug Monitoring. So Uppsala Monitoring Center, it is in short it is known as a UMC. So currently UMC is a non-profit organization, and in 2001 WHO and Swedish government done their agreement, and what they decided in UMC, some member from the WHO and some member from the Swedish government will act as an administrator. Okay, so this is about the little bit history of WHO International Program for Drug Monitoring. Now just understand what are the vision and goal of UMC. Okay, because UMC become the WHO Collaborating Center. Okay, so the vision and goal of UMC is what? Provide the excellence, but in which segment? Particularly in the drug safety segment. Okay, but how they establish the drug safety? So they make their vision as well as they started their activity. So first we are understanding about the vision. So develop the excellence in science and concept of pharmacovigilance. Okay, so first they started the study of pharmacovigilance. Okay, they elaborate the definitions of pharmacovigilance as well as their activity. What are the activity included in the pharmacovigilance? Okay, so the first thing about the concept and about the science, how to do the science of pharmacovigilance. So they develop this as well as they develop the concept of pharmacovigilance and making the team of the scientists who can understand these things. Clear everyone? Then second vision of this program is what? To prevent harm to human from medicine. Actually medicine having beneficial role as well as harmful role. So particularly this program is for the prevention of the harmful effect of the drug. Okay, so they decided how to prevent the harmful effect of the drug. Okay, and according to that they run their activities. Clear everyone? Then next vision is gather and share objective intelligence and opinion for drug safety by transparent communication. So first thing is that to gather the information from various countries. They started gathering the information. At present, every year they have almost 3 million case reports submitted by worldwide. Okay, to the WHO Collaborating Center, or we can say UMC. Okay, so currently they are gathering the information as well as sharing that information with their intelligence. Okay, because After gathering the information, they try to find out which information is correct and which information is having some loop of holes. Okay, so according to their intelligence, they share the information, okay, about the drug safety, and they share information openly and transparently. Okay, so they can give transparent communication, they can do transparent communication with whole over the world, whole of the health community, and health community further spread the information. Okay everyone, now another effort, another visionary part of this program is what? To support and promotion of rational use of medicine. As we know, rational use of medicine is a prime importance for the medical fraternity, okay, in the concern of the public health. So if they support the pharmacovigilance program, then it will increase the rational use of the medicine. Suppose a drug A is causing more side effect and it has a more risk than the benefit, and drug B has a less risk and more benefit, and such kind of thing, the WHO may get the information from the phase 4 trial, or we can say post marketing surveillance study, or we can say pharmacovigilance program. After this study, they are able to get the data and they can suggest that this drug A is less useful and drug B is more useful. So scientist community further include the drug B. Okay, you can understand by this example how they promote the rational use of medicine. So if they promote the rational use of medicine, then what happen? It will automatically improve the patient therapy. Okay, so if the rational use is improved, automatically patient therapy will improve and it will improve the public health. Then global education and communication in benefit, harm, effectiveness and risk of medicine. Okay, so they have a responsibility. This program has a responsibility to communicate every drug side effect globally. Okay, as well as they also educate the health professionals. Okay, so the two roles they have: the education, to spread the educational part to the health professional, as well as communication part about the drug. So how can they communicate, किस तरह से वो communicate करेंगे? The programmed UMC will tell about the benefit of the drug as well as harmful effect of the drug. This is the prime importance. Okay, harmful effect and how much drug is effective. Okay, from this program we can get the data of the effectiveness of the drug. Okay, and risk of the medicine. Okay, so these four things are very important as far as concern of the drug. So these are the goal of the UMC. Okay, now we are discuss how they achieve this goal. Okay, so they are achieving their goal by their activity. हाँ, अगर हमने सोच लिया कि हमें कोई एग्जाम पास करना है तो उसके लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा. ओके, so we need to do something, we must become active. Okay, and by becoming active we need to do our activities. Similarly, UMC had decided these goal, or we can say the vision they set, and to get this vision or to get this goal they do their activity. So what are their activity? So these are their activities. The first activity is what? Developing leading edge system. Okay, and science to identification and communication of safety hazard from the drugs. Okay, so the first thing is that they particularly need to develop the leading edge system. They need to make a system. उन्हें कोई एक सिस्टम बनाना पड़ेगा प्रॉपर वे में कि किस तरह से साइड इफेक्ट का डाटा वो गैदर कर सकते हैं. सो दे नीड ए प्रॉपर सिस्टम, and in this proper system they can get the data in a proper channel. Okay, through proper channel they will get the data from patient to healthcare worker to zonal hospitals, zonal hospital to national hospitals or national pharmacovigilance center. Okay, and from national pharmacovigilance center to the WHO, and from WHO to UMC. Okay, so this is how they will develop the age system and system of the science to identify the adverse drug event. Okay, how they develop the identification signals of ADR, we can say adverse drug reaction. किस तरह से साइंटिस्ट कम्युनिटी ये डेवलप करेगी कि एक सिग्नल उनको कैसे मिलेगा कि कोई ड्रग कोई एक साइड इफेक्ट कर रही है. ओके, सो सम ड्रग्स आर कॉजिंग वन साइड इफेक्ट बट दे नीड टू गेट द सिग्नल ऑफ दैट. So how they get the signal? So we'll discuss a whole lecture about the signal identification of ADR in next upcoming video. Okay, so particularly they are developing the science to identification of ADR signals, as well as they will communicate these safety hazard to the public. Okay, then they carry out the research. Okay, so because they are developing a science and they are developing the science to get the signals for the ADRs. So how they get these signal? They will get these signal by doing a research, but research within their limit. So the research is related with their ethical issues, okay, with their intellectual properties, okay, and scientific boundaries. Okay, so particularly this clinical research is within the boundaries of ethical issues as well as intellectual property as well as science of theory and practice of pharmacovigilance. Okay, so particularly this is also an important point regarding the research. Okay, and the further their activities pursuing active collaboration and communication with all stakeholders. Okay, तो स्टेक का मतलब क्या है? व्हाट इज द मीन ऑफ स्टेक होल्डर? मीन्स द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विच हैव अ responsibility for pharmacovigilance studies. Okay, so we can consider for whole over the world, WHO is the stakeholder, then National Collaborating Center of individual country is the stakeholder, then zonal center are the stakeholder, then regional center are the stakeholder. Okay, and then regional hospitals or peripheral hospital of regional center are the stakeholder, and finally the healthcare workers, particularly medical professional, are the stakeholders. So they make active collaboration. This is a proper channel from UMC to a city hospital. Okay, so in this channel there is a need of a proper collaboration. Okay, so they make the proper collaboration and this collaboration remain active. So many times we found the collaboration is inactive. So regularly UMC will ask about the data, and by asking of the data this system become active. Okay, and they will communicate with the proper person, or we can say all stakeholders, so that the communication channel remain proper as well as information remain proper in everywhere. Clear? Then pursuing goal of single global database for drug safety. Okay, so UMC had decided that all the data which they get from national pharmacovigilance centers of individual country, these data can be put in an electronic system so that all database can be evaluated at a time. Okay, so they already developed this system. Okay, so this is the important one. Without this we are not able to evaluate the drug hazard, or we can say drug ADR in various countries. Okay, it is very tough to analyze the data of the drug without this system. Okay, so this is the prime important goal, or we can say activity of pharmacovigilance program. Okay, then ensure to never miss a signal of ADR. Okay, so this program will ensure, they give ensurety to everyone that they will never miss a signal of potential hazard by the drug. Okay, so they make their program such a strong way that they try to get each and every signal of ADR from any kind of drug. Okay, so similar kind of data they evolve for the COVID-19 cases, and they are regularly getting the data, and by this they are updating COVID-19 protocol regularly. Okay, and then all stakeholders ensure to evaluate and learn from the decision. Okay, so they are ensuring us that all the stakeholder will evaluate the data. Whatever the data they get, they will evaluate, and by evaluation, whatever the result they get, they will learn. Okay, they will learn from these results, and further whatever the decision they make, the decision also giving some learning to them. Okay, so this is another important one. Then encourage growth of pharmacovigilance. Okay, almost 4 to 5 years back, there were 71 countries within this program. Okay, and 6 countries has applied for the membership. Okay, but still there are so many countries which have not established their national coordination center for pharmacovigilance. Okay, so they try to establish these into the newer countries. Okay, they try to establish this. So this is also a very important one, because if some country, in some countries, if there is a no pharmacovigilance activity, then whole world is not able to get the data of drug safety from that particular country. Okay, then promote the existing center and stakeholder. So this is also another important one. They are promoting by giving funds as well as giving some promotional educational material to the existing center, and making regularly some programs as well as some policies to how to run the pharmacovigilance program in efficient manner. Okay, so by this way they are promoting the existing center and their activity, and we can say promoting the existing stakeholders. Okay, as well as share the information which they get openly and transparently. Okay, so we are regularly expecting that WHO, or we can say UMC, will not hiding the information. Okay, if we are taking about the activity of UMC, then they are regularly providing the information of the drug safety and efficacy. Okay, they are not in the pressure of pharmaceutical majors. Okay, majors means pharmaceutical companies. Okay, because sometime what happen, pharmaceutical companies are doing a lot of research, they spending lot of money, बहुत सारा उनका पैसा लगा हुआ है किसी ड्रग की रिसर्च को लेकर, and if a particular compound is having too much big side effect, so there is a possibility that pharmaceutical company may put a pressure on the WHO or some country officials that please hide this data and approve the drug. Okay, this is also a possibility. Okay, so in that case UMC always remain openly and transparently. Okay, so this is also an important one regarding the public health. Then stimulate harmonized system worldwide for pharmacovigilance. Okay, so the UMC already given the guideline for ICH guideline for good pharmacovigilance practice, and these guidelines are approved whole over the world, as well as European country also given the good pharmacovigilance practice guideline. Okay, so regularly UMC is stimulating the stakeholders को stimulate करती रहेंगी, and they are making a guideline kind of thing. Okay, to how to practice the pharmacovigilance in each and individual country. Okay, so initially there is a guideline for European country, there is a guideline for American continent. Okay, and then there is a guideline for Asia, and then further each and every country has a good pharmacovigilance practice guideline. Okay, then they maintain and develop useful products and tools and services in pursuit to vision and goal of the program. Okay, so what they will do, they will maintain and develop tools like they develop the software, they develop the system. Okay, as well as they develop the service. Okay, so in that service they provide the information about the drug safety as well as drug risk as well as drug benefit. Okay, and they also develop some products of the pharmacovigilance. So by this way they achieve their goal. Okay, so in this lecture I discuss about the history, vision and activity of drug safety program run by WHO, and later on I will discuss about the signal identification of ADR, which is also the part of WHO international program for drug safety, as well as education as well as research and quantification of ADR. These all topics are under the banner of WHO International Program for Drug Safety. Okay, so I hope you people are able to understand the WHO International Program for Drug Safety, and here I give some questions, so please solve this question. And if you find this video is useful, then please share to your friends and subscribe the channel. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind. Discussing the question number 1, WHO International Program for Drug Monitoring established in which year? A. 1978, B. 1968, C. 1988, D. 1965. Question number 2, WHO International Program for Drug Monitoring shifted to Uppsala Monitoring Center, Sweden in which year? A. 1978, B. 1968, C. 1988, D. 1965. Question number 3, Uppsala Monitoring Center, Sweden is A. Profitable private organization, B. Non-profitable organization within the control of WHO and Swedish government, C. A NGO, D. All of these. Question number 4, what are the goal of Uppsala Monitoring Center? A. Providing excellence in the science and concept of all aspects of pharmacovigilance. B. To prevent harm to human from the effect of medicine. C. To support the promotion of rational use of drugs. D. All are correct. Question number 5, what are the activities of Uppsala Monitoring Center? A. Developing leading-edge system and science for the identification and communication of safety hazard from the drugs. B. Pursuing active collaboration and communication with all stakeholders. C. Pursuing the goal of a single global database for drug safety data. D. All are correct. So I already discussed answer of all of these questions in my lecture. If you have any doubt, then go through with the lecture again and answer in comment box.